Okay, this is for the Ask the Right Questions group. Uh, Dreams, what causes them? Let's see what I can do off the cuff. Okay, now the chemistry department is of limited use when it comes to dreams. So is physics. Kind of useless. Biology, kind of useless. You really have to get into the realm of psychology and cognitive science a bit. But okay, so dreams. When you look at the world, okay, you receive input into the world. They come in through your eyes. They come in through your ears. All that type of stuff. Um, the stuff that goes into your eyes, it's got the two visual channels, V4 and V5, and of course an annoying dog has to combine. Go inside. Hang on. Come on. Come on. No. No. You were gonna annoy me. Okay. It's not even my dog. Anyway, so you got the two visual channels that go in. And I know one of them does the outlines and one of them fills in the gaps. And there's something about our visual systems. You see things in the... It has to do with your memory and your persistence of vision. You see things in the foreground that happen. My hands are moving. But you see there's a background back there? And the background is... it's an illusion. It's there, and it doesn't move. But anyway, in your brain, it's fixed. You see, there's dog number 2 that's not mine. Come on. Come on, come on, come on. Come on. Okay. Yeah, the way your visual system see things basically is there's a background, there's foreground, things happen. When you're awake, the background is it's just there. You don't your brain doesn't really rescan, your eyes don't rescan it. It assumes it's fixed. When it moves around a lot, we get confused, we get belly aches, stuff like that, like roller coasters and whatnot, because the background changes, and we're just not designed for that type of that type of thing. So that's when you're awake. When you're asleep, there's no background. That isn't there, or maybe it is there, but it's different. It's not fixed in your brain. You don't have that illusion of a I don't even know what it's called, but you don't have that illusion of a background that's stable, that everything a stage that everything happens upon. There's no stage. So things are kind of strange in dreams. They don't seem stable, and the dreams occur. I don't know exactly when they occur as far as REM sleep and all that stuff, but I do know the majority of dreams happen just as you are waking up. That state halfway between awake and asleep. They come at you all at once. And the thing about how your brain knits together what it sees, your brain constructs it backwards, but your consciousness experiences it forwards. So let's say, and then that provides an explanation. And it all happens in a short time, 400 milliseconds, whatever. I don't know if REM sleep and dreaming, how their relationship is. I just know and the time scale with that. I just know that the story comes together very quickly, and it happens. It's like a flip-flop mirror. So the thing happens, and then your brain explains it to you in a way that it thinks you'll understand. And the thing about when you're in the brain state, because there's no backstage, there's no... I'm not explaining it right. Those dogs distracted me. There's no context inside of your brain. Your semantic systems and your visual systems and your systems of meaning are they're knitting together a story just fine. Everything makes sense. It picks up pieces of your memories from the day that passed, things that you were worried about and whatnot, or thinking about, and they come together. But it's all metaphorical, and it's all very personal. You could open up dream dictionaries, and you'll get no place, because well, I don't believe there's a collective unconscious and all that. Maybe there is. But there's certainly, throughout the day, your brain goes through many, many memories, many thoughts, many feelings, many things brought up from your past, imaginations, things like that. And whether the process is automatic, whether it's controlled, I don't know. I'm just assuming it's a bunch of zippity-zippity-zips happening as the neurons, as everything is connecting to each other in the brain, consolidating knowledge and stuff. The connections are made. And the symbolism in the dreams, I mean, there's nothing really magical about the symbolism. They're all very metaphorical, and it does take a bit of a strain of the brain to figure out a dream sometimes. And if you go back through the day that passed, if you try to remember, you think of the dream, and you think of the day things that you worried about the day before, things you were thinking about, actually just as you were going to sleep mostly, but the rest of the day, you can usually piece together what it means based solely upon what happened or what you were thinking about the day before without too much trouble. But again, because there's no background, everything seems strange, and your brain is basically metaphorical. You think in metaphors and in analogies and things like that. You can be specific, similes. I don't know. I call them all metaphors. That's really not the number one explanation. Oh, the other thing, too, is your auditory loop. A lot of it happens inside of that as well. Your ears, you don't have earlids, but your ears are basically shut as well. So you don't really get input from the outside, but it just goes around and around. Okay, this is terrible. This is like the worst explanation of dreams ever. But basically they happen, your dreams occur back to front. The ending happens, and then the explanation goes to the beginning, but your consciousness can only handle things cause to effect, so it builds up the story that culminates in an ending. But the ending was the beginning, and the explanation came afterwards. There's no background context to play it on, so dreams are kind of wonky, and they use the metaphorical ways of the brain, the semantic systems, the way that images and concepts can mean many overlapping things, and it's not restricted to the same rules that would apply, we would expect out here. It's more poetic. It uses more of a, dreams have the most extreme poetic license that you could imagine. So there we go. Long-winded, I didn't say much. And there it is.